please.
Barnes. Here. Bauman.
Here.
Lewis.
Here.
Gorman.
Here.
Kaiser.
Here.
Maple. Steele.
Yes.
Tomcheck.
Hello.
Zebro.
Here.
All present.
Item 3, pledge allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3, approval of the agenda. We are going to move item 9D to 13C. 9D is the discussion and possible decision of the Mosinee School District Legal Counsel. Just that this way Dean can come a little bit later. Yep. So with that, I would need a motion to
Madam
approve.
Chair, are we receiving information from another guest at tonight's meeting?
Yes, and he is here, Dennis.
Is
He's
there
in
a
the back row.
possibility of moving that up for that gentleman's convenience?
It's up to Dennis, but I think he'll be fine. Dennis, you're fine where you're posted the agenda?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, so I'll make the motion to move agenda 9D to 13C on our agenda.
Okay, we have a motion by Kelly, is there a second? And we have a second by Marky West. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, approval of the minutes. Item 5A, regular Board of Education meeting, July 17, 2018. Everybody should have that in their packet.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for the meeting July 17th, 2018.
Okay, we have a motion by Kelly, is there a second?
I'll second that.
And a second by Jess. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
And we have one no. Motion carries. Item 5B, approval of the minutes for the Special Board of Education Budget Meeting, July 23rd, 2018.
Oh, so good.
We have a motion by Mike Kaiser, is there a second?
I'll second it.
And a second by Kelly Zebro. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 5C, Special Board of Education Meeting Minutes from August 8th, 2018. I would seek a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for August 13th, 2018.
Okay, we have a motion.
13th or August 8th?
I'm
August
sorry,
8th.
It's written, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wrong.
There's 13 and there's 13.
Oh, they're right, okay, I'm sorry, yep, sorry.
Okay, so we have a motion by Kelly, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Okay, and a second by Jess. Questions?
Yep. The voice vote, I recall the voice vote being 3 yes, 2 no.
Oh, because it was at our, and I did talk to Amy about that, I did ask her to confirm with the other party, and that the vote was as it shows in the minutes.
Okay.
What's
Okay?
that?
4-1
4-1.
3-2.
Because they got here.
Okay.
I heard no.
Right,
Okay,
okay, so we just changed that.
yep, well, we left it as it was stated, because she did confirm, so, okay, any other questions? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain. I abstain.
Okay. Amy, did you catch that? I did. Okay, motion will carry. Item 5D, approval of the Special Board of Education meeting minutes from August 13th, 2018.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Matt and a second by Mike. Any questions? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion will carry with one abstention.
I don't there either.
2. Okay. All right, moving on to item 6, the public forum. The public forum provides the public with the opportunity to ask questions about or address issues included on the school board meeting agenda. General operating rules of the public forum will be determined by the board president once the number of people wishing to speak is identified on the night of the meeting. Prior to addressing the board, please clearly state your name and your address and share with the board what agenda item you are speaking to the board on. At this time, is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak? Okay, Bernie, you raised first, so go ahead.
Madam President, my name is Bernie Kramer, 2150 State Highway 153, Mosinee. And I just want to take this opportunity, you know, Brent has been here a long time. I mean, I call him like an old anchor, you know, you throw him in the water, you know, and you just hope he sticks, you know. But with that being said, you know, I have to congratulate him for all the service he provides. He provides an ongoing stability in the district, a lot of times overlooked. You know, I a couple of times called him Hollywood Brent, you know, but maybe that's pushing it a little bit. But anyhow, you know, he does a good job representing the district, and he knows how to connect with people. And I think he'll provide ongoing help to any new administration that might come in the future. And also, I have to throw one thing in here, that Mr. Brady over there, that guy. You know, he's been here a little over 2 years now, and we really had significant progress in the technology area. And nowadays, technology is the oxygen of everything we do in life. And I really appreciate the fact, all the things he's done for the district. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, in the back?
My name is Robert Poles, live at 1635 Lakehurst. I gave a copy of my 4 questions to your clerk.
Okay,
Basically what I want, I got 4 questions. I'm requesting written response to each of them. The first question is the ex-superintendent Ann Schultz receiving a buyout? If so, what is the amount? And I'm also asking for a copy of a contract, or her contract, and advise if a buyout is in the contract. Number 2, does the school district risk insolvency because of the illegal September 5th, 2017 meeting? Because the school district failed to wait, they required 30 days for the electors to request a referendum. Failure to hold a legal meeting makes it possible for a judge to rule the meeting null and void if a lawsuit is started. Also, under state statute 12108, can the school district lose state aids because of the illegal meeting? Number 3, I read in the Mosinee Times an article by Gary Crawford. In that article, he brings up a legitimate question. Did the school board act illegally on November 21st, 2017, when they used the Wausau Daily Herald to notice the resolution that required the electors to have 30 days to request a referendum? I believe the school board can notice in as many newspapers as they wish. Excuse me. My question is, who advised the board to use only the Wausau Daily Herald? I gotta sit down for a second. Who advised the board to use the Wausau Daily Herald to notice that meeting when state statute 98505 sub 2 for official municipal newspapers makes it mandatory for all legal notices to be put in an official school board newspaper? I can find no notice for that meeting in the Mosinee Times. So in effect, no legal notice was given to the electors, and thus any action taken by the school board regarding the resolution passed at the November 21st and November 28th, 2017 meetings can be ruled null and void by a judge if a lawsuit is started. Also in writing, advise if the school district can lose state aids under state statute 121.08 because of the board's error causing an illegal meeting. Number 4, because the school board adopted a resolution at the November 21st, 2017 meeting and explain in writing why state statute 120.115, report on debt service, does not apply. State statute 120.115 sub A states in part, within 10 days after adopting a resolution that authorizes the school board to incur debt, the school board shall notify the department of the scheduled date of the referendum and submit a copy of the resolution to the department. Explain why this state statute does not apply to the resolution passed at the November 21st, 2017 meeting. It appears from this statute that the board is required to set a date for the referendum. That's all I have right now.
Okay. Because we have some of the items that were covered in a future agenda item, what I will do is you left your name and your number with Amy, so we can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I gave her a,
Okay, yeah, we won't be able to answer those.
well, I understand that.
this Evening, okay.
That's fully understandable.
Okay, nope, and we will get those back to you. Is there anybody else in the audience wishing to speak? Okay, we will
Madam
move.
Chair, I would ask that any response you provide to this gentleman's very valid questions be shared with the board.
Yes, yep, yep. Item 7, special presentations. Discussion, athletic highlights from the spring 2018 and update on new athletic programs being offered by the district, including curling, track club, and swimming.
We have our coaches here, I don't know if you want them to come up or if it's fine to leave them back here, obviously. All right, well, thanks for having me. Yeah, we had a very active, very exciting spring, but we'll roll through the highlights and I'll be concise. Feel free to interject if you have any questions. So that's our link to our year in review. If you want to look at more of our narrative of the year of athletics. Spring coaches, we've got Nicole Orlando for girls track, Greg Jensen, Andrew Shanuski, John Winter, Todd Felch, Adam Olson. There's our fall synopsis, if you want to read that, I'm just going to skip through it. Same with winter, same with spring. Looking at our girls track staff, boys track staff, and moving into the season. Just some highlights from the season. We were awarded the bid for the WIA Regional Track Championship meet which we hosted. Our coaches did a phenomenal job working together, hosting the event, which actually secured us the next level higher for this year, which is the sectional track meet. That's the track meet before the state event. Those were our state qualifiers for this spring. We had 12 athletes state bound to the WIA Championships at UW La Crosse. We also introduced, as an affiliate to Mosinee Athletics, the Mosinee Trap Club this year. Thanks to the leadership of Andrew Shanuski and Mike Lang, so we were able to work together and start to foster that relationship with the school. Just a quick highlight for Mosinee Trap Club this spring. They secured a 3rd place finish at the GNC conference meet, and we also had the top male shooter in Simon Barnes.
Shoots like his mom.
Look out.
Dangerous place. Can I ask a quick question, Zach?
Yes.
Since you cruised through track, how many kids participated in track this year out of our students? Any? Doesn't have to be exact, just a rough estimate.
We had roughly about 82 athletes, both male and female.
Is that high school only, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think 2 to 3 years ago when we were in the 40s.
Yeah.
So in the last 2 or 3 years we doubled. And part of that credit goes to you as a school board, because 2 years ago we came with a request for 2 additional coaches, which was approved, and that substantially helps with supervision and instruction and overall athlete development, so thank you. But yes, great question. Moving into golf, we have Coach Don Winter here. Assistant this year was Justin Jacobs, and we also, Coach Winter casted a vision for a middle school program as well, and we had volunteer Brock Kuklinski help with that program. So we had one of our senior golfers sign on with a scholarship for men's golf to UW Parkside. Mosinee was also awarded the bid for the WIA Regional Golf Championship. And I believe we have this. We were also awarded the sectional meet now for this spring, so we have the next step up. So the meet prior to state will be here at Indian Head this year. John Birnbaum competed at the WIA state tournament. I believe that's the UW-Madison course. And that would be a quick snapshot of our golf. With softball, see our coaching staff here. We have Coach Felch and Coach Felch here. 10th straight conference championship, undefeated in conference. WIA regional champions. 2nd WIA sectional championship and state appearance in the past 5 years. WIA state champion runner-up. And that's a quick snapshot of our spring softball adventure. If you were to any of the games, they were very exciting. Moving on to baseball, there's our coaching staff for baseball. We had senior pitcher and first baseman Ben Vandehey sign on with a baseball scholarship to Frontier College. 6th straight WIA regional championship, back-to-back WIA sectional champions, and back-to-back trips to the WIA state tournament. And this was the first year in Mosinee history where we both had our boys baseball and our girls softball teams to state. So we took a united picture here towards the end of the year. So thank you.
Thank you. I did have a question for Donnie. How many did you have for the middle school golfing?
We had about 13 kids that were interested in the golf program,
Okay.
and I expect probably 20 with the new 6th graders coming up, because I only open it up to the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. You know, we'll see how it goes this year for the 6th through 8th. We might open it up to 4 and 5. Just depends on if we have enough coaches for the number of kids.
Okay. Great job.
Zach, are there, given some of our direction, which is we want something for every kid in Mosinee, might be unattainable to do that they're passionate about or that they can do outside of school. I know we've added swimming. Is that girls only, and how are we set up? That's a fall sport, I think.
Yeah.
Or do we have interested kids, and does that look like something that at least is set up to be successful?
Yeah, great question. So kind of playing off of Don's answer is we don't have any coach assigned for the middle school, but we're already projecting 20 athletes that are interested in that level. Right now it's fostered by a volunteer. But moving on to Matt's question about girls swim, we had the support for one assistant contract this year because we didn't know exactly what that development would look like. We have 11 high school swimmers right now, which is more than sufficient for a team. We're competing in a full conference schedule, and we also have projected 14 middle schoolers to start in the next couple weeks, so 25 total swimmers. So it's a good problem to have. We've got one coach that's trying to navigate it and make it all happen, but she's doing a great job, and yeah, kids are very, very excited about being in that program.
And are there any other initiatives that you're forecasting that we'd like to try and get kids involved in?
Well, I think if you looked at it, yeah, great question. If you looked at it from a conference standpoint, the other sport that we have teams in would be tennis, but we just really don't have the facilities for that right now. But there is a big demand growing for middle school golf. You know, we have curling that's been consistent and solid. Trap had great participation and a lot of enthusiasm and energy there. And then with swim as well, and then also to go back to your question about boys swim, we're working on getting a feel for what that looks like this next year, but that's something that even Wausau West, I think, had to cancel their boys program. It's very, very difficult to sustain a boys swimming program, even as a co-op, so I don't know if that's a realistic goal for us, but we're continuing to explore, and if there's people or ideas, we'd love to pursue them and see what we can do to get more and more kids involved, because it's been great for them. So.
Great. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are more than welcome to stay if you like the rest of the board meeting. Okay, we are moving on to item 8, old business. Discussion and possible decision, school safety. Brady, would you be able to touch on that a little bit?
Sure, absolutely.
Since you're fingerprinting everybody now.
So right now, the process, for those of you that were at the meeting this morning, we started fingerprinting staff members today. I'd say I probably got about 100 staff members done today. There's about 300 staff members total, so about a third of the way there. And just to give you kind of an update on a few of those things that are up there, in the last couple of weeks we worked on a comprehensive school safety plan. And really our goal has been to make sure that we kind of have, honestly, a plan in place for each of these 3 silos that's up on the screen right now. Building safety, staff safety, student safety. And we're plugging away at making sure that that fits together. This morning I told the staff about Navigate Prepared, which is the staff and student safety. That is our crisis management plan. And they're coming here in October to take pictures, to navigate through our rooms. That'll be, you know, the next big step on that. Our goal on the fingerprint scanners being operational is set right now to be early October, so that's my hope, is that right now the company is obviously very swamped because there's 400 school districts in the state that are picking at them. And the state just announced a second round of the safety grants because there was some money left on that. We met on that last week. We're meeting again on that coming up next week here. The deadline for that, they only gave a 2-week turnaround on that. So, you know, somebody asked me today, why didn't more districts apply? Why is there money left over? Honestly, I would guess part of it is because there's very tight timelines on it. You know, obviously Brent did a great job getting stuff turned around, and that's our goal for this second round too, is to get stuff turned around so we can tap into that funding source. Like I said before, our goal is really to be operational with scanners. And the new cameras, we purchased about 10 new cameras. My goal is really to be operational in early October, that will turn everything on and you know, have, in my view, about as secure a building as we can have, given our layout and, you know, all of the dimensions that kind of factor into that.
Brady, I have a question.
Yep.
With that fingerprinting and that, when, is there times allotted or can you, I want to go in at midnight, I understand.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago we met with principals, Steve, Brent, and we kind of went over with the admin team what groups are going to have access to the building at different times. So teachers have been given access for longer periods of the day than, say, the assistant group has been given. There's really 4 big groups. Teachers, coaches, because coaches will fall in a little different, you know, areas on some of them for coming in late nights. Assistants to the building, and then what you'd call like an admin teacher, which would be your custodians, the tech people, the people that work in every building that have to be able to get in, you know, in unlimited access. And depending on the group you're in determines when you have access to the building. So, you know, somebody who doesn't have an assistant has access till 6 p.m. If they come at 10:30 at night, their fingerprint won't allow them into the building at that time.
Okay, any other questions? So right now, we're just looking to approve the safety plan that's in front of you. These are good, correct?
Sidewalk.
Yes, I'm gonna put that back up there. Okay, we have a motion by Mike Kaiser and a second by Mark Lewis. Any, go ahead.
Why do we have to make a decision to approve this right now? I'm just asking because my understanding is this is a fluid thing that you guys are constantly working on, so, I mean, I'd be the first one to encourage you and say, I think you're on the right track and you guys are doing great stuff. I just am wondering why we need a decision to do that, because if we approve this and say this is the safety plan, then my understanding is it's continuing to evolve.
Yeah, I guess my view would be we're still ongoing with this for sure, if we're
You've
alright with
approved
holding
the
off on that.
purchases.
Yeah, it's the purchases.
You're
that-
right, I don't believe you need to approve it.
Yep.
We don't have anything extra to give you than
So
what
it
we've
was
already
just an
given.
update then?
Mhm. I would put it in an update bucket.
Okay, so discussion, only Mike, are you fine with retracting and Mark? Okay. Any other questions for Brady? Anybody not get fingerprinted here tonight?
I'll get you before you leave.
Brady, what time can I get into school until, like, if it's midnight and my kid forgot his homework in his locker, do I have the magic finger at that point or not?
Well, now you make me question whether or not I should give you that.
Right.
No, I mean, all the parents are gonna call me and be like, can we use your finger?
All right, we are moving on to item 9, new business.
Thank you.
The first item 9A, discussion and possible decision and endorsement of the parent community support organizations. And it says the MCA Mosinee Community Athletic Association. So in your packet tonight, you received from all of them. Is that all of them or are we missing some?
all of them.
That's all of them. All of the support organizations. I also did just tonight receive an email from Mr. Jamrose asking if the MCA can go back under the community. So I don't know if we wanna maybe postpone this one and have him come back at a meeting and address this as a future agenda item.
Make a motion to approve all but the MCA.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion by Corey and a second by Mark to approve all the endorsements that we have in tonight's packet with the exception of the MCA. Any other questions?
Discussion, right?
Correct.
But we still can invite him back to make a presentation to us?
Yep, I have that marked down as a
Okay.
future agenda item. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I would make a motion that we end our relationship with the MCA.
I'll second it for discussion purposes. Is there a downside to ending our relationship with the MCA? Are we financially tied to them at all?
I'll make a motion to table this until he makes a presentation.
Well, just, I don't want to get in a sticky situation. We do have a motion and we have a second to
You have to motion
discontinue.
one time, you can stay
Yeah,
on Saturday.
we will carry on, and I see both your points, and I guess the discussion I would like to see, as long as we're still in the discussion mode.
Have the motion on the table, you gotta call for a second 3 times, you know this. Give me the eye roll.
Thanks, Kevin. Is there a second to Kevin's motion? Mark, you're smiling, would you like to? Okay, is there a second?
I'll make a second.
Okay, we have a second by Kelly. Discussion.
Well, I agree with what Kevin says, we'll bring it back and we'll, see what he has to say.
I don't want to make a hasty
And
decision.
then we
I want
can go right
information
from
in front of
there. I mean, I get what you're saying too, Corey, I don't have a problem with that either. Let him come in and speak and we can make the decision then.
Can you clarify for me what his request was? He wants it going back to the community, am I understanding?
Right, he was looking at the funding and it honestly was in an email just before the meeting and I don't want to pull it back up, but I can send it to all board members as well. I believe Corey was copied in on it.
I just don't know
So,
what that means.
yep, you were,
I didn't see it.
okay. It was in your school board email. So, I don't really know, I just told him that I would bring it up to the board meeting tonight and we can have him come to a future meeting. Okay, any other discussion? So right now the motion on the floor would be Kevin's, which would be to table this until a future meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Did you catch the 2 notes?
I did, thank you.
Okay. Item 9B, discussion and possible decision on the strategic planning and approval of schools and district goals for the 18-19 school year. Who wants to take that one off? Nate, Josh, Katie, do you want to all take a little bit of them? Or Julie?
Sure. I mean,
Go
I
ahead.
presented it this morning, so it's certainly a combination and collaboration of all of our goals together. But the strategic plan was really derived and we've done it this way, most districts do in all of my experience, from the school goals, from the data retreat and what we see as trends coming through with the school goals. We've always followed the template that CISA 9 has led us down the path for, with the strategic plan mirroring what the school goal templates look like. So we have, similar areas with the student achievement, professional growth and development, the technology, positive employee relationships, stewardship, and fiscal responsibility. So, we basically as a team work together to build the plan in collaboration with what the needs are in those areas with the school goals. So, Dr. Schultz had worked on that a bit with all of us prior to her departure, and that this is what happened last year as well, on the development of the strategic plan, and pretty common practice for how districts derive their plans, their strategic plan.
I know I can speak for the high school. They really enjoyed the opportunity where we have our team leaders, the selected team leaders, we meet for 2.5 days. we really dig deep and look at the data of what are we doing well, what can we do better, and we come up with a plan. And it's not Nate's plan, it is the high school plan. And then what happens now tomorrow, our team leaders are meeting within their teams, and they're gonna set a goal underneath that, and then action steps as well to help our overarching goal and our vision and our mission.
Josh?
Yeah, I mean, just to mirror what Nate said, our team comes up with the goal, and the strategic plan really is the model that we follow for each of our buildings. And so it's just many hands make light work, really, is what you're talking about when you do this, because we all get together and as a group we come up with our plans and our goals, and they mirror that. Everything kind of follows back to the strategic plan for the district. And I personally think we've been on a really good run for the last couple of years. You've seen steady increases in test scores, in student growth, and you know, I'm always of a mind a lot of times if it's not broke, you don't need to fix it, right? We're continuing to move in a really good direction as far as our strategic plan is going right now.
Similar to what those two, I don't know what else I can say. I allowed my team leaders today to present the 7 goals we have at the elementary school. So they have ownership in it because they developed it, like Nate and Josh said, and then they were allowed to share that out with the staff. So it comes from our leadership team, and then they go through and do the action steps with them. So everyone, all of the school personnel are involved with our goals. So
people can ask?
who are the 7 team leaders? Sure, you want me to name them?
Yeah, I just wondering who they were.
Oh, like Katie Craig is our 4K, Kara Chalke is kindergarten, Allison McCarty is 1st grade, Liz Perkins is 2nd grade, Amanda Lang is 3rd grade, and Tina Buckberger is our special education, and Jessie Westfall is specials team leader.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to name their?
Would you like to
want to
middle
know
school?
I know, it was a quiz.
There's 7 at each building, so, and that's something we set up probably, I think, 3 years ago. We decided that we would go with 7 team leaders from each building so that everybody had kind of equal representation from either departments at the high school or grade levels at the middle school and the elementary school.
I kind of assigned it in elementary school, so I was just curious who
Yeah.
they were.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
you don't wanna know ours?
You don't want to know ours?
Yeah.
We can say it.
There are obviously facets in your strategic plan that aren't, you know, like fiscal responsibility and those kinds of things that also emulate what our district initiatives, such as the safety and the technology, you know, those are woven into their school building plans, but, you know, the district strategic plan kind of envelopes all of those larger district initiatives that are critical for, you know, enhancing and supporting the school goals as well.
And I even got to give a speech.
And I
Nice
think
job.
You did a great job.
Yeah, it was nice to see so many of you there.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody got up on the stage that was there. So, Mike, you didn't come up, but any board members there was up on the stage, and we introduced everybody to the staff. So that was kind of neat.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and I think you guys did an awesome job too. Like, and Katie, you did name them, but someone here. That's
Right.
Just to let you know, I don't know if I'm supposed to speak, but I did hear from several of the staff people that it was very nice that